All right, good morning. Thought I would spend a little time talking about drawing out some of these letter shapes. If you have, let's see, the M is symmetrical, for the mirror image symmetry, and I could measure that, or I could just start that would be the beginning of an M right there. The center of the M comes down to the bottom, and so I do want to measure 1.5 inches from 3 to 4.5. Bring that down. Maybe you've already figured this out, but we'll go over that and just show you. So making this sans serif M really could be as simple as doing that, just putting that V in there. Now, if you want to give it some a little bit of I guess maybe dimension, or just make it look a little bit more substantial. 1/4 inch. There. 1/4 inch. There. Poor Joey wants to come out. Hang on, Joe. You gotta wait a little bit. This comes down. You see, this is flat at the bottom. If I put this at, that's 1/4 inch wide, let me get something using my. Actually, I'll just enlarge that even more. Switch this up even more. And then hopefully you can see. Yeah, that's better. If I have this right on the floor, I'll go 1/8 of an inch on either side, like that. And I'm going to come up 1/8 of an inch, or sorry, 1/4 of an inch here. 1/8 of an inch on either side of that point will give me 1/4, and that's the width of my. Yeah, this is very. Yeah, see, this on a diagonal is not going to be. This needs to be a little bit thinner. Is it? Let's see. If I make this here. Let's do that. That would be, this angle was goofing me up a little bit. There we go. There. There I am. So it can be fairly simple creating the really deliberate drafted shape of a letter. If I want the serif, then you can see there's like, this is almost like a calligraphy where this diagonal is fatter than this one. This is thinner, that's wider. It's really like this is drawn out as if it were done with a calligraphy pen or brush, where you have this like more like up on the point then, and then broader, thinner, broader. That, I do that here, a little smaller, a little smaller. Now, my preference, whenever possible, is to just draw stuff out. I can see with the square, when you bring this down for the M, that this comes down here, and then you have a little foot on the serif. If you need to, you can break out of that square, if that works better. Here's the power of sketching. I've got a pretty good idea of what I want to do, and as I draw this out, I will build it. If I need to widen that, I'll widen it. There, and down to here, and then thinner. That's pretty good. There's something a little bit more formal about a serif typeface. I'm straightening a leg here. So sketching it out like this can help me, a little low, to just figure out what I want it to look like. This might be the right scale for the M in my finished logo design. Put that in there, there. So this brush is very helpful, just filling that in. I wouldn't fill it in with the pen. I was thinking about putting a contour line on it with the pen, but I can see I didn't even need it. That's nice. Ooh. It's almost as if I know what I'm doing, right? Good, good. All right, then I can clean that up as needed. I kind of like the, it is a little bit softer here. Look at that. A little bit of a curve there, and a little bit of a curve here. Curve, making that a little bit too fat now. Okay, now I'm going to stop while I'm ahead. So, a single letter can be a primary logo. The M, if you have M and then you have your name of the business here. If you prefer to use the M of your middle initial, or your like your, I'm sorry, the sorry, it's early in the morning, and already too many things are happening. Your first name. So Marion, I'll use your first name if this is like, and I would keep it consistent and use the serif. I'll start it out sans serif. Bigkin. Interior design. This will have to get shrunken down. It's good, that's why you write it out. There we go. Okay. That is out of juice. Okay. So with this, if I'm going to use a typeface, you should know what your typeface is. If you just look up serif typefaces on the internet, you will find more of them than you know what to do with. I would look for something that's less common, like Times New Roman is very common, and it's a serif typeface. It's fine, but there are others. So look up others. Okay, I'm just estimating what the serif would look like for this. The serif can get a little fussy. Yeah, something like that. Give you some idea. And if you wanted to, you could have like an MH, but I think it might be a little hard to crowd this. When you start to overlap letters, like they do, some logos do that, it can make it hard to read any of them. And you have to work pretty hard. Like certain sports teams, they have cities like Los Angeles, San Francisco, New York. It takes, there's a creative combination of the two letters. And that sometimes can work, sometimes it doesn't. The Chicago Fire Department, for all the good they do, their logo is a superimposed C, F, and D. And honestly, the first time I saw it, I was like, what is that? Because it's really hard to read it. I would do it differently. And also the typeface of the letters is decorative, and so there's a lot going on. So if you can superimpose them or layer them clearly, then do it. If not, don't. If I try to just force this too much there, a nice great big bold M is perfectly good. And this is one idea. And you're doing 5, and on Thursday we're going to talk about them, and you will you will decide which one you're doing to turn in next week. Okay. There. Let me see. Here. Okay.